Humans nearly schedule everything these days. Deadlines, meetings, joy, rest. We want everything under control. We try to manage our lives down to the minute, even the second. But what if the most meaningful parts of life can't be changed, tracked, or optimized? What if it just all of a sudden happened? Let me take you to such a moment. One afternoon, I took my guitar and climbed up to a lonely hill near my city. There was no plan, no playlist, no goal, just me and my guitar. I wasn't playing to be good. I wasn't performing for anyone. No playlist, no audience. Well, if there's only one audience, then it would have been the wind to hear me. I just sat there and letting my fingers wander through the strings. Some notes were wrong, some weren't even music. But that didn't matter. What I felt was an artistic accomplishment. It was something deeper. That's the moment when I realized that this wasn't just leisure. It was a kind of romantic rebellion. It was in a world that keeps demanding utility and purpose. I had chosen something completely unproductive, or if I would say, useless. But it was something beautiful for its own sake. And this is what I want to share with you today. A personal romantic pursuit of romance. Not through grand gestures, but through small, spontaneous rituals. Not date nights with your lovers or aesthetic coffee cups. That's a little bit normal, but the kind of moments that aren't for anyone else. Moments that say, I'm still the person that I want to be. Like cleaning out a drawer and finding old concert tickets that you once forgotten. Like writing a letter to an old friend whom you haven't been in contact with for a long time and without telling him. Like sitting under a tree, watching the kids playing around you and the teenagers riding bikes. I call these moments random pursuits of romance. Tiny rebellions against a life of efficiency, small celebrations of being alive. And while my guitar on the hill moment was powerful, I made a mistake after that. I thought, well, if this worked, then let's schedule it. Maybe Friday at 4:15, and same guitar, same magic, same place, same person, same effect. But that didn't work. Because the point of romance, random rituals of romance, is that it refuses to be scheduled. It arrives when your grip on life loosens just enough to let beauty in yourself. Now, maybe you're thinking, this sounds very lovely, right? But is it really more than just poetic, romantic stuff? Actually, it is. Let me bring you to research. A research conducted by UCSF and UCB studied on 18,000 people. They let these people committed doing some of the small, joyful acts every week for just 1 week and for 5 minutes. And for instance, connecting with a stranger, expressing gratitude, and savoring beauty, all these things. Guess what happened? Stress levels dropped, well-being increased, and feelings of emotional control rose sharply. Even 5 minutes in a micro ritual can have measurable and mental health benefits. Just in 5 minutes. The conclusion? The most smallest spontaneous acts of joy could create the largest ripples of inner calm. So maybe my guitar moment wasn't just an accident. Maybe it was biology, maybe it was psychology, or maybe it was both. But I had somehow reconnected with lost pieces of myself. And after that hilltop, I started exploring more of these rituals, random rituals in my own life. One day, I went through my drawer and find this very old train ticket and a button from my dad's coat and a broken guitar pick. I laid them out, just stared at them, and without managing to, I started remembering stories or places I'd been, people I'd loved, meet, and those moments that I'd almost forgotten. That night, I didn't feel productive, but I felt whole, very whole. That's what these rituals do. They don't make you better, they just help you come back to who you already are. We live in a time of constant noise. People keep saying, you should work harder. You should be more confident. And you should be more positive, more healed, more everything, everything. But when was the last time when you heard your own voice in that? That quiet, strange, tender voice that doesn't shout out, just let you hear yourself. That doesn't want to be impressive, that just want to be real, real of yourself. That's the voice random rituals allow you to hear again. Not because they are efficient, but because they're just you, the original you. This is in its own way of modern romanticism. And here's my invitation to you. You don't need to hike up a hill with a guitar. That's too complicated, right? But what I want to invite you is just to utilize just a little time in your life that won't matter much if it is wasted. And I want to leave you with a 3-level challenge. Challenge level 1. Go home and pick up any 3 small objects, random objects from your drawer or maybe your backpack or your past. Lay them out and look at them. Ask yourself, what were these things matter to me once? Don't post, don't explain, just let memory do its work. And after that, there's challenge level 2. Take a 20-minute walk in a park. There's an old theory that I think all of you knows, that if we take a 20-minute walk in a park, then and if we let our brain wander freely for these minutes, you'll unlock more ideas, clarity, and emotional recovery, just than an hour of emotional forced productivity. And after that, challenge level 3. A 6-sided dice. Take out this dice and write 6 things that you never had the chance to do, but you really want to do. For instance, for myself, I once wrote riding a bike near the city hall, near the city and near the ocean with my best friend. This is called structured spontaneity, and it might just interrupt the cycle of the time when you're not being yourself. The most honest version of freedom we still have is the original me, the original us. As a P person, I really like to look forward to things that I'm unexpected to, and I maybe not to list out or not in my plan. But I want all of you to be yourself, be the original person, not just listening to others and listening to the constant noise around us. Thank you.